Thanks for joining us once again. We begin this newscast with our local stories. The state of Qatar on Monday donated $3 million towards the Gambia's transitional justice process. The signing ceremony in Bijilo, witnessed by the Qatari ambassador to the Gambia, Faisal Fahad Al-Mana, Justice and Agriculture Ministers Abubakar Tambadou and Lamin Diba, respectively, is meant to support the operations of the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparations Commission. As we hear in this report by Sini Marena, Qatar is the second country to fulfill pledges made in Brussels in May.
Barely 5 months since the Brussels International Donor Conference on the Gambia, meant to raise funds to support the country's new development blueprint, the state of Qatar has become the second country to fulfill its pledge to the Gambia after France. In an unprecedented move, the government of Qatar, through its diplomatic mission, today signed an agreement for the transfer of $3 million via the Qatar Development Fund to the government of the Gambia. At the signing ceremony held at the Qatari diplomatic mission in Bijilo, the ambassador of state of Qatar to Gambia, Faisal Fahad Al-Mana, described the fulfillment of his country's pledge of $3 million to the Gambia's transitional justice process as a sign of stronger bilateral relations.
This support from the state of Qatar to the Gambia is meant for promote the democratization of the Republic of the Gambia, as well as rule of law and establishment of the regular system of the Republic of the Gambia.
The new Qatari envoy underscored his country's commitment to support the Gambia's democratization process. Signing on behalf of the government of the Gambia, Minister of Agriculture Lamin Diba said the funds are timely as the country moves to implement the National Development Plan.
We are grateful that Qatar is the second bilateral donor who has disbursed their pledge with the promise that the funds will be made available. These funds have come at a time more appropriate than any time.
The Minister of Justice Abubakar Tambadou said the release of the NDP funds demonstrate Qatar's commitment to support Gambia's path to democracy and good governance.
I am personally aware of the commitment of the state of Qatar to contributing to bringing about a peaceful resolution of the crisis during the impasse, to ensure that the Gambia remains peaceful and stable, especially during the political impasse.
The National Development Plan 2018-2021 is the national development blueprint of the new government. The plan includes a series of socio-political and economic reform aimed at transforming the Gambia into a modern democratic state anchored on good governance and accountability, social progress, and a revitalized economy. Meanwhile, it will take 10 days to formally transfer and deposit the pledge from the Qatar Development Fund to the accounts of the National Development Plan. Seni Marena for GRTS News. Barely 5 months since the Brussels International Donor
Technicality. The National Assembly Select Committee on Education, Training and ICT has asked the management of the National Accreditation and Quality Assurance Authority to get their house in order. NACA was at the Assembly to present their 2015-2016 audited activity reports and financial statements for scrutiny without the presence of their chairman. Let's take a listen.
Unfortunate situation, and as you can see, our chairman of council is not around. I called him while I was on the way coming, And I told him that I will request for an adjournment, even if it is by 1 day, to enable him to be here with us. We have all the reports so that we can present it. We are set, we are ready, but I've just received a call 15 minutes before. It was submitted, somebody signed for it, but unfortunately, this is what has happened.
It's a matter of procedure that a certain number of people must be present before we can allow any institution to present their report. And these people are actually the managing director, the finance director, external auditor, and the chairperson. If any one of these people are absent, we cannot hear them. We cannot allow them to present their report. That's the procedure. So it's a matter of procedure that today you cannot present your report. What actually happened is understood, but it does not tell well on the institution, because if a letter was sent more than 2 weeks ago, since on the 27th of last month, only to be told this morning that you have not got the letter, I think that one shows a serious lapse in the administrative. That's what it shows. Okay, although you said it's a one-off, but from our end, it shows a serious problem in the administration. And we hope that you will work on that. It's also important. We are also thankful to hear that your 2017 reports are almost done. We would require you to submit those reports before the end of the month, or latest by the end of this month, 2017.
The National Women's Council recently held its 4th quarterly meeting in Janjanbureh in the Central River region. As Modu Bajan reports, the forum validated the body's 2019-2023 action plan and also discussed the functions of the arms of government.
Held at the Central River Region settlement of Janjanbureh, the National Women's Council's latest meeting aims at reflecting on the body's activities. Its chairperson, Ami Faburi, delved on their line-up activities, such as enlightening councillors on the functions of the 3 arms of government.
We need to contribute immensely so that at least what we are yearning for the next 5 years, it can be fulfilled. We are here to express our interests and have mutual understanding so that we can pave a way forward. To sensitize the women councillors on the 3 arms of government, that's the executive, judiciary, and the legislative. Because it's important for these women councillors to know their roles. To sensitize on the content of supplementary act relations to equality of rights between women and men. We are linking with ECOWAS. They are interested to develop these women councillors and the women at large.
Also addressing the gathering, the Deputy Permanent Secretary, Office of the Vice President, Bintu Gassama Jame, described the meeting as key in revisiting the Council's engagements, including its 2019-2023 action plan.
This meeting is really important because it gives Council the opportunity to come together and review the work they have been doing, how far you have gone, and what are the constraints. The action plan is your working document, and it is important that you have it right because it paves the way for you to do your work the right way, and it's a document you can use to mobilize resources.
Dilating on the importance of uplifting the status of women, Central River Region Governor Suleiman Bari applauded the Council for its endeavors towards women's development.
I want to applaud the National Women Council for your devotion to help Gambian women grow to fulfill their potentials. There is only one reason why your people elected you to this position is to support them. And the only way to support them is for you to perform your duties very, very effectively.
Among many who traveled from far and near to partake in the meeting, Asitunjai of Banjul City Council and Busumbala Ward Councillor Ramotulai Kamara highlighted what to them is an instrumental step in the advancement of Gambian women.
The council meeting is bringing lady councillors together to finalize on the work plan and discuss other issues of importance to the National Women's Council and the councillors and the Women's Bureau. I think by the end of this sitting, we should be in a position to finalize the work plan.
Amidst their contributions to national development, Gambian women are seen to be marginalized in many aspects, and engagements like this one may be vital in beefing up their status. Modu Bajan reporting for GRTS News.
The Chief of Defense Staff of the Gambia Armed Forces, Lieutenant General Masane Nkinte, has outlined the pace of ongoing security transformations aimed at boosting the country's democratization process. The Army Chief made these remarks at the Governor's office in the Upper River region as part of his tour of military installations across the country. Our URR correspondent Ibrahim Jallo fastened this report.
Lieutenant General Masane Kinte and top-ranking military personnel marched to the governorship with a new reform security agenda. Received under the new government. The fact-finding mission on security matters also seeks to restore confidence between the army and the civilian population, with maximum security guaranteed for all. The Deputy Governor of the Upper River region, Omar C., applauded the Army Chief for reaching out to security points in the country, saying it was a genuine move. He also painted a positive picture of the military installations in URR.
As far as our office is concerned, we have not yet received any adverse report relating to conduct or activities of your men on the ground here, which we are very proud of them. And they were able to build relationships with the public, because as we speak, they equally render medical services to the public. That's due to their benevolence.
CDS Kinte disclosed a new mindset designed to guide the functions of the Army in ensuring an all-inclusive peace, progress and prosperity in the country.
The new thinking as far as security is concerned is that the human person, the people of this country, should be at the heart of our security considerations.
The Army Chief also hinted at critical security issues, especially along the country's porous borders with neighboring Senegal. He assured that the military remains security conscious and shall not compromise national security.
We know how critical the URR is from a security standpoint. It is the only part of the country that shares borders with Senegal on 3 sides. So therefore, our relationship with Senegal is critical. Our security cooperation with the Republic of Senegal is also very, very critical.
From the Governor's office, the tour continues to military installations in the region for first-hand information and recommendations. Ibrahim Jallo, GRTS News.
Ibrahim Sanyang, a close associate and business partner of ex-President Jammeh, is the latest witness called at the Jammeh Commission as it continues probes into the financial dealings of the former Gambian leader. Senator Jain covered the day's hearings and she fathered this report.
The Managing Director of Royal Africa Capital Holding Limited, Prince Ibrahim Sanyang, made an appearance at the Commission to testify in connection to 8 of his companies. Sanyang was asked by the Council Ami Bensoda if Ansumana Jammeh had any shares in any of his companies, to which he replied in the positive, adding that Ansumana Jammeh had 10% in his Royal Africa Capital Holding Limited company.
Yes, ma'am. I gave him a nominal share, as I was told in Gambia you need 2 shareholders. So that was presented back to us in 2016 in August, ma'am.
The next to appear was Agnes Makule, who appeared in connection to the Daily Observer newspaper limited. She was asked about the 1 share she had in that company, but when asked if she still had this share, this is what she had to say.
What happened to this 1 share? I don't think anything happened to it. Do you still own it? I don't think so, but I can't recollect what happened. I think it might have been transferred. I cannot say at this stage.
Accountant General Mamadou Lamimba also reappeared before the Commission in relation to the salary of the ex-President Yahya Jammeh and his family, and also General Suleiman Baji. Counsel Ami Bensouda asked the witness to tell the Commission what the former president as a lieutenant for the Gambia Armed Forces as of 22nd July 1994. He went on to say that as the former president was leaving in January 2017, his salary was at $170,000 gross. When asked if his wife and kids received the salary, he replied in the negative, but said they received travel allowances.
For Madam Zainab Yajabi, it was $4,058,794.60.
Okay. For the period August 1997.
This was from 2007.
Only 2007.
2007. January 2007.
More witnesses are expected to testify Wednesday the 10th of October. Senator Jones, the managing director.
The Youth Empowerment Project on Monday handed over agro-processing equipment worth $26 million to various beneficiaries across the country at a ceremony held in Birkama. The presentation, as we hear in this report by Aissatou Jata Gassama, is funded by the European Union Emergency Trust Fund for Africa.
Post-harvest loss is one of the greatest challenges the Gambia's agricultural community continues to grapple with. The 21 million machines and the 10 groundnut paste-making machines donated activity. Beneficiaries couldn't hold back their gratitude. They said these machines will enhance their productivity and promised to use it for the intended purpose. The machines were made available by European Union through its Emergency Trust Fund for Africa. The European Union representative said the intervention will provide revenue-generating activities for young Gambians by engaging in product transformation and value addition at farm gate.
The European Union, as part of its broader strategy to manage migration, is committed to boosting socio-economic development in partner countries like the Gambia.